Hi everybody! First of all, thank you so much for being here with me, for tuning into my channel, for trusting me with your private readings. This is only the beginning of such a long journey, but it has been so fun already. I want to thank you guys for your patience this month with me being on vacation and that energy that Cancer season brought. Healers need healing too, and I've had to take some time to focus on myself and the things that are changing in my life as well as my private clients. So thank you guys for your patience with me getting these readings out. I promise that August will be a lot smoother. With that being said, I also have a new service that I'm offering. It's not on my site yet, so you're going to have to email me if you are interested in this. All that information to contact me for readings is below, so check the description box, okay? Please don't email me on Facebook or message me on Facebook. For some reason, I don't get the notifications for like a day or two, and I don't want you waiting that long. I always answer email within 24 hours. So also, right now, I'm booking about a week out, so by the time you contact me and I respond, it's usually about 5 to 7 days to get your reading, okay? So the new service I have is called Soul Medicine. So it is the soul spread plus 5 custom channeled affirmations that are based on what your soul needs to kind of process the information that came out in the spread and move out of blocks, as well as a candle inscribed and lit with the intention to clear your field of all energy that is not yours. Okay, we're all very porous and we tend to take in a lot of people's energy, even if we do cleansings regularly on ourselves. So the intention of this candle, it's a white candle. I light it after I do your reading with the intention to clear your field of any energy that is not yours and send it back to source or send it back to its source with love, okay? And that service is $55. All right, so if you're interested in that, please email me and I will send you a PayPal link and let's get into these readings. Aries, I feel like you're finally ready. Ready for all of it. Ready to have faith. Ready to fully open your heart. You know, it's like you're finally are starting to figure out how to channel your fire. And how to not waste your energy in terms of being reactionary. Like, you're always going to be more like reactionary than other signs because you're ruled by Mars and that's just who you are. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you abandoning your sense of self, but rather finding a new harness for it. Right? Some of you are realizing that in order to move forward, you have to go about things in a different way. Right? It's like this wake-up call that like you're going to be able to move and like literally, figuratively, in your job, right? Because this reading is for, I ask for career and spiritual path messages for July. So in order to move forward, there's something that you needed to, you know, come to terms with. But I don't think this was like a tower situation necessarily outside of yourself. Even if someone gave you a message that was shocking, like, it's not like they hurt you or, you know, it was a painful thing to learn. This is just something that you necessarily had to learn. And I was talking about you channeling energy in a different way, right? So it's like this former vessel, the tower, like this tower that you had built, is getting destroyed because you're finding a new vehicle, literally, okay? You're finding a new vehicle. Eradicating old beliefs, right? Old ways of channeling your fire, old ways of channeling your passion. You're finding a new avenue. And I think for a lot of you, it has to do with how you make money and also how you act. I feel some of you as a provider, as a caregiver, right? Some of you also may be getting, you know, this news may be coming through a Queen of Pentacles or, you know, a male too, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. They may be giving you news or tell you something that makes you see, like, it's like that final It's like that final blow that needed to happen to the Tower. Like, you were already in pursuit of a new vehicle, Aries. You already knew that there had to be things that reevaluated. But it's like they came in and told you something that just, like, did it for you. You know, there's something around work, the money you make at work, you being a provider and or an earth sign, that you find a brand new vessel and way to move forward. How are you going to find victory? There's movement that's been happening in your life, or you've been wanting to create in your life, and you're realizing it has to come from a different channel. But I feel very much that your heart has fully opened. When I first started to connect to your energy, I was getting like a weird pain in the back of my head. And it was like the final, that was it. That was the final straw. Yep. Oh my God. We have the Tower again on the bottom this time. 8 of Cups. So yeah, you're totally ready to spiritualize your life on a whole new scale. And I don't think that you're feeling very resentful about having to leave these cups behind. Because again, this message still stands to the Tower. Like, I think you're happy to see this Tower. And if you're not, it's because you've been sleeping at the wheel in some capacity. Like, you have not been paying attention to all the signs in your life. And I know Aries can sometimes, like, just, their personality is to feel like they know better. So that can be why Aries gets the Tower. Because Spirit has to, like, check them. But at the same time, you will also know when you're wrong. You just don't admit that you're wrong. So what you're leaving behind here, I feel as though you've known you had to leave behind for a long time. And again, I don't think this Tower is shocking as much as it is just, it's going to totally restructure your life. You're realizing that this energy that you need to channel, this force that you are, it needs to be channeled through a new vessel, the Chariot, right? In order to move forward with your life, Chariot. And it's so worth it. Like, there's old beliefs that are crumbling. This also feels like a stage in your life too. Like, you're going through a new stage. Yeah, because you're ready to hold, you know, this is coming so you can actually have something new to hold on to. I know obviously that's paradoxical, but like, and I think that you're learning, and I think that you secretly know that. You know that this uprising and upheaving of your life has to occur in order for you to really transform in the way that is necessary on a spiritual and soul level. It's a whole new chapter. It's in transition. It's all going to come together in the next 4 months. In the next 4 months. You're going to build it over the next 4 months. So that's what? July, August, September, October. Hey, Aries. So, guess what? We have 3 aces showing in your reading. So that Tower moment, I think, is well underway, and that new beginning is forming. To be honest, in the outcome, we do have the 3 of Swords, you know, but I really, with it paired with the High Priestess, along with the Rune Destiny and Journey, I really feel like genuinely you're going to get insight or revealed, you know, something is going to be revealed to you that though it may upset you, like actually make you cry and you know, may be something that you have to mourn, it's truly part of your journey and your destiny, and all is well. Like, I don't see you even really being sad necessarily about this. It's like, it's upsetting, but you know, I was thinking when I saw that, you know, Aries is very expressive, right? Very expressive, but I don't know how often though they express a range of emotions, I don't know how often they, like, as the High Priestess, as the highly intuitive woman, you know, or man, like just deep into the psyche, kind of like how a Scorpio would, right? And look at their feelings and the things that have happened and just allow themselves to grieve. It's like you've reached the part of your journey. You know, I know I'm reading the outcome first, but I just had to get this out. It's like you've reached that part of your journey by the top of August, end of July, that you know where you're going, and therefore you can reflect now on just how painful it was for you to get here. Because in order for these aces to turn into 2s and 3s and start to build, right? Because you're still, again, I think that 4 months is pretty solid. Like it's almost like it takes 4 months to get to the 4th pentacle, right? To build that foundation. And you have the first one right here. See? So to get to the world card, so to speak, to get to that final end, you're at that phase in the breakdown. You're past the tower. You've been awoken. You're getting the new energy to go and to build. But you're at that phase where you need to honor yourself, honor your divinity, honor what you know, honor your intuition, and mourn everything that hurt you and broke, made you feel like you were broken or challenged you to the core. Like you need to have a good cry, Aries, at this point in the month. Like you don't always have to be all like, just because you express like anger or whatever in the moment, like there's still things that you can mourn over. And like I can feel it in my heart. Like, and it's not even like a tense, dense energy. It's like kind of staticky, because I know this is very foreign for you guys in general, obviously. It's like, I don't know, you need like a soulful, cathartic cry. Anything that has made you struggle up until this point, over the last year, since January, you're at that point in your journey. It is truly part of your destiny. Or if something does get revealed to you that brings you great pain, like, again, it is part of your destiny. It's fated, so to speak. Like, you needed to know this. If it's work related, again, I think you'll see that it was all for the best. This is for career and overall spiritual path. But anyways, the overall energy is the Ace of Pentacles. So you're ready to create something brand new physically. And like I was talking about in the beginning, I think a lot of you are making career transitions or spiritual transitions, just a brand new way of being, finding a whole new way to work with your drive and work with your fire. And what we need to... This is not very bright. And what we need to let go of, we have the 8 of Cups and the Devil with the Sun. Let me turn those on, guys. Oh, that's better. And we have the rune Friendship here. Now, the 8 of Cups came up before, and that's obviously a double message here, because this is already the position of letting go, and it's asking you to let these old things go. And what's interesting is with the Devil and the Sun here, those are 2 very contradictory energies, and part of me feels that this is like toxic friendships, like hanging out with people just because they are fun to drink with or, go out with. It's like being with people just because like you have no one else to be with. For some of you, I feel this is like leaving a toxic location and going somewhere to be happier, moving towards the sun too. Even relationships that aren't friends, like let's say it's a coworker, but you're also their friend, like you're friendly with them, right? It's like realizing that bond is not, it's a false happiness. Like it's a facade. There's something that you've identified with that makes you happy. Like you've identified it as something that you enjoy, or someone that you enjoy, or an experience that you enjoy. It could be your job in general. It's like when you went into the job, you were like, you know what? It'll serve its purpose. It'll make me money while I save money. And then at some point I'll be self-employed, or at some point I'll go back to school, or at some point I'll transition to something that I find more enjoyable. And you're realizing that, friendship, like the people that you're around, and the friendships are bonds, right? The bond that you've created is not based on bliss. It's based on fear. And the longer you're bound to it, the longer you're delaying your enjoyment. This also could be some type of leaving behind a toxic bond with your children. or some, you know, or if you had, if you were trying to be friends with your co-parent, leaving behind like that toxic phase. Do you hear my wind chime like going crazy right now? So Spirit is really acknowledging families here too. I don't see you like leaving behind the whole family or something like that. Like I don't see, you know, that. I see families coming to a point in like in their time, right? Like just in their existence, their relationships together. Leaving behind an old toxic way of identifying with each other and the way of bonding with each other with this friendship rune, and realigning to one that is a lot happier. Okay. Family dynamics shifting for the better, but there does need to be a breaking and acknowledging of like what has not worked and that we're leaving that kind of bond, right? That kind of bondage, that kind of relationship. Transitioning to something that maybe is more friendly, especially if you have older kids, you know, and not that like parents are ever solely friends with their children, but you know what I'm saying? Like moving into that kind of vibe. What door is now open for you that was once closed? In July, we have the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles, and the rune we have here is protection. So I see you getting insight, right? Clarity on the fact that you are safe in your job, or even if you do decide to leave your job or you lose your job, it's like you kind of have been waiting on that anyways, because the Seven of Pentacles is the clarifier for the Ace of Swords. So this is saying like, so it's like this is why the Ace of Swords happened. So it's like you've been waiting on a new job, waiting on a promotion, waiting on your opportunity to be financially stable enough to go work for yourself, or to start working part-time, or to change, you know, offices or locations or whatever. And it's like realizing with the Ace of Swords, again, there's yads on this card, the little yellow things that look like flames that are on the tower. So they have the same bright awakening. With the rune protection here, I think you're realizing that whether, it doesn't really matter what protection means in this case, meaning like you keep the job or you don't keep the job. Either way, you're realizing that you are protected. This, even though this is a mental card, the Ace of Swords, I'm feeling as though it's you realizing like that how capable you are. And also this feels like actually gaining faith to me. I believe you're starting to have faith in yourself, Aries. And yeah, just really believing in you, and not knowing that you don't need to worry anymore on whether or not things are going to be okay, because you're fine. Like you're getting clarity that whatever has been going on, whatever has been holding back your joy, you're getting clarity that, you know what, I'm safe either way, so I really can't let this eat me up any side anymore. There's nothing I can do about it. Like God got me type of thing. You know what I mean? The universe is going to have to settle it for me. I know I've done all I can do, right? Finding new vehicles for your energy. So this is the old vehicle that you've been putting your energy towards, and you're getting clarity that you're safe to change vehicles, or that when the universe swaps your vehicle or whatever, that all is well. So your energy this month, Aries, in your head, the Nine of Wands with the rune Standstill. In your heart, the Seven of Wands. And in your foundation, the King of Cups. The rune that was on the Seven of Wands is luck. So mentally this month, Aries, I think that you're just kind of on guard. And it's because again, with Standstill here, I don't think you're stuck in this mentality as much as what has you stuck is you're waiting. This feels like you're waiting. Like you're just waiting for the time to come. Like, you know something's up, Aries, especially when you get the High Priestess over here with this rune, Destiny, in the pain. It's like the pain is inevitable type of thing, and you're just waiting for the other ball to drop a little bit. But again, I don't really see you super upset at the end of this. Like, if you get upset, it's more so like, again, it's more mourning things that have been going on for months. Almost like you knew better, and you didn't act on it, and you know it's like too late to act on it or something, and you're just waiting. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yeah. Maybe you feel like, or maybe you find out like, you know, your part of the company is getting laid off like by September. So you're just waiting for the 9th month. You're waiting 9 weeks to find out if you're going to get that transfer, you know, all that kind of stuff. Mentally, you're waiting for someone to come at you. But I also think it's blocking this intuition from coming in earlier. So do the best you can to just get clear. You know, you guys might need to find some techniques to meditate. I don't necessarily think standard meditation is great for Aries, but some type of meditative practice, whether it be like a run or reading a book, like you need to do something to get your head like off of being defensive, off of being on guard and wondering when someone's gonna come try to like take what you've worked for. Because that energy kind of repeats itself in your heart space with the 7 of Wands. Because the 7 of Wands is feeling like, okay, I have a lot of options. I can show my worth. I'm ready. I know I have luck on my side, but it's still very active. It's an energy a little bit of having to prove yourself. But I do see it benefiting you more than this energy. Yes, you may have to wait to see the results of what you're doing now. Maybe you're fielding a lot of offers. I really feel like overall, though, you're strong. Like, your heart is strong. With luck and the 7 of Wands, right, which is a card about why did I just lose that word? About fighting for your rights and fighting for what you believe in and fighting for your ideals and asserting yourself. So if this is a toxic relationship that you're leaving behind and you realize that you don't have to like wait to speak your truth or whatever, you're kind of like protecting yourself from getting in your head about it, but you're also, you know, doing what needs to be done to create boundaries. And I think you will see more benefit and feel less attacked and feel less impeded on if you create strong boundaries and say what you mean. Not in an aggressive way, but in an emotionally understanding way. And this doesn't mean you let people run all over you. It just means that like you stand your ground and you're firm. Like you don't let your emotions take you. Because this feels like your energy. I mean, you could be motivated by a water sign. Because this is in your foundations. This is what is like rooting you in this energy. So you could be motivated by one. This heart and head energy could be motivated by a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. However, I also feel that in general, like you finally got a grip on your emotions and you are understanding that to be your most powerful self, you have to acknowledge how you feel, but not let it, again, be reactionary. Like, you're learning how to be the perfect form of Mars, it's like, for me. You're realizing, like, your passions are spent better elsewhere, somehow. Spirit's advice for you is the Ace of Wands, clarified by the 2 of Swords with the rune Success. So, the Success rune was on the 2 of Swords, so again, I feel, because this is what underlies the Ace, so this is telling me that you already made the decision. Or again, if you didn't make a decision and you were waiting it out here, again, even if it's something that makes you upset temporarily, you will be successful because, again, it's the Ace of Wands. So you're going into something that is a lot more inspiring and centralized in your heart, in your passions, in things that are really going to inspire you. And with the Ace of Pentacles overall, and look right behind this 10 of Pentacles, we were talking about family before, right? It's like the truth has to come to light eventually, so there's nothing to really get upset about. It's something that just needs to happen. Whatever it is that's getting revealed to you, you kind of knew it anyways, and that's what's so upsetting. And I think that you have an innate knowing that this is just part of your path. I feel this is a huge month, Aries, of you just accepting what you have done, how things have gone, understanding that you kind of can't run at it any longer. Now's the time for things to just change over. And anything that needs to leave is going to leave. And anything that you need to leave, you'll leave. And it's just like what's done is done type of thing. This energy feels a little bittersweet to me as well. A little bit of bittersweet. But it's like all's well that ends well, you know? It ain't over till it's over. Like, it's not something that is soul-crushing. It's something that you knew was inevitable, and you're just going to cry it out. Interesting. My heart is open. I speak with loving words. I am comfortable looking in the mirror, saying I love you. I really love you. You know what, Aries? I think you're realizing, you know, that you hadn't been honoring yourself in this last phase of your life. Whatever phase, you know, whatever last time you made a big transition. I feel like what you're upset about here is that you're realizing you've sold yourself short in some way. And it's okay. We all have at some point. You're leaving behind something big because you're finally ready, Aries, to acknowledge that you deserve to be happy all the time. And that you don't need to be all riled up, and you don't need to prove yourself. And you have planted so many seeds, and the time is coming. Okay? So mourn, cry, and love who you are. Peace.